Welcome to the DJ Motorsport channel, where we show highlights from our races from Gran Turismo 7.
And here we are at Dragon Trail Seaside, ready for the lights to go out and the race to begin.
Barbar on pole, Robbie in second, Fizking in third.
Good showing from Lloyd there as the lights go, and Neil just rockets away into the distance. And that's the last we're going to mention anything about him because it tears off.
Getting a bit of sun there, but yeah, not too bad.
They're still close together at the moment, but
first couple of corners will be critical. You've got your
first
chicane.
First chicane usually ends up with some barging around there.
Looks quite clean there.
Hang on, was that a skip from?
That looked like a.
Brian looks like he might be glitching.
Yes, I think that's Orby there in MR2 Spider-Man. Is that's for in the Williams.
There's something not quite right about his car. I think
skipping all over the track.
Yeah,
by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's a lag issue by the looks of it. As we see Cockney going wide there, and we see
Let's take it back a minute.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he's definitely glitching. He went transparent there. And,
let's try and slow it down. So we're on board with Cockney now. Let's see what happens here. So Cockney's on
turning in to go up the S's. So Brian is on the right hand side.
Way too far.
And yeah, that's a network issue straight away there. He briefly goes transparent, which Cockney can get alongside him, and then solidifies right now.
Yeah,
which catches Brian out and throws him out onto the side of the circuit.
Yeah, it throws Cockney right out there, doesn't it? So
so he's now gone wide, so he's running slowly, and then a couple of people want to do the equivalent of Michael Schumacher and
and then they've collided as a result of that, and they're now both on a. They're both going off and all.
And then proceeded to blame Cockney for holding them up.
No blame on Cockney.
It wasn't Cockney's fault at all.
Blame,
he was caught out by Brian glitching.
Yeah, one of those things. I don't know what we can do about that. I think in this race it happened a lot with Brian glitching. Obviously not his fault either.
No, just a network issue.
But I don't know what you do about that. I know he held up, again, not on purpose, somebody for a couple of laps. And I think Jag got held up by 2 or 3 laps where it just couldn't overtake.
There's just nothing you can do about it.
I don't know if maybe you should have a rule, like if 10 people say you're glitching.
Yeah, but then how many people would come out and just say, Lloyd, for example, is glitching, and then 10 people say,
we could do that. We could do that for Barbar, say he's glitching and he's not doing it. Then he can go off.
I just want to find a way that people can't game the system.
No.
Because unfortunately we're in a situation now, it's competitive racing. People will try and find any kind of advantage that they can.
I don't know, well, if anyone's got any ideas on that, what do you do with glitching cars?
You can see he's glitching all the way down the straight there.
It'd be interesting to know. But anyway, right, back to the race then. So
Lloyd's right behind him.
Yeah, well, I think there's a bit of a concertina effect because nobody wants to go past Spider-Man because they don't want to get knocked off.
But that's brought Pants right up behind Lloyd there.
Yeah.
He's just glitching all over the place, isn't he? And there's nothing that people can do because sometimes he'll be transparent, sometimes he'll solidify. So you try and overtake him when he solidifies at the wrong moment, bang, you're off.
Yeah. And especially with this car because it's so tricky.
Yes, it is.
I think, and because they're all equal cars, it's not like you can go, I can get better acceleration up the corner. Because you're not going to. But anyway,
Dave Speed has changed his livery and goes wide going into
the hairpin. He changed it because him and Robbie accidentally had the same livery.
Yeah, you can't have that.
So,
you can, but it just makes it more confusing for us when we talk about it.
So
nice chrome livery there from Lewis. I like that.
Yeah, so Dave Speed there, the force is with him.
Is it?
It is.
He's not a Jedi yet, though.
No.
Lewis is having the storming run. He's up to second.
He's up to second. I like the tobacco sponsorship on his car as well.
That kind of ruins it for me because it's a completely chrome car. As you see, look. Neil has got a massive lead. Who saw that coming?
He has got a massive lead, and
not as massive as the last race, though. I noticed.
No. No, and he's on soft, so he's going to be free stopping this, I reckon.
He likes those softs on this car, doesn't he?
He certainly does, but I reckon he'll be free stopping that.
I don't know what the strategy was in it because I don't think I was in it.
No.
I can't even remember where I was.
No, but...
oh, hang on, wasn't this the one where I was on holiday?
Yeah,
anyway, right, back to Lewis having a ding-dong with Robbie.
Yeah,
Robbie's got a penalty. I don't know where Robbie's picked the penalty up from, but 2.5, so that's a wall collision somewhere, I think. Might have happened at the chicane because it's too close to the penalty zone. And you miss it as Lewis goes off and... Whoa! How did Robbie avoid that?
How did Robbie avoid that? Well done, Robbie. That was amazing driving there.
Change of underwear for Robbie on that one, I think.
Yes, and well done for Lewis, not to spin actually, to rejoin and manage to keep that spinning.
Yeah, it's so difficult to keep these cars pointing in the right direction.
But that's put Lewis Spowers back into Dave Speed and Spitfire there. If you look, coming through the chicane, they're all very close. That helicopter looked like that was going to join in on it.
I hate that helicopter.
That looked close for Neil hitting the wall there. He didn't hit the
he
wall.
didn't get a penalty, but he's right all over the back of Dave Speed.
Yeah, he's right over the back of that. It's the full Swift Dave, let's see.
No.
Is Neil going to go? No,
he went for it.
Dave's made it stick there.
They've shut the door at the last minute.
Dave Skywalker there's doing a wonderful job.
Neil backed out of it, I think. So we're only on lap 4 at the moment.
Yeah,
anything could happen and probably will.
Yes, so where are we to this point? Dragon Trails Sea, something's Mexico. No, Africa, sorry.
It's in Croatia, and it's a fictional track, so it's actually not in Croatia, but the game thinks it's in Croatia.
Anyway, we haven't actually talked about these BAC monos, so what are they? What do we know about them? Is it a real car?
It's a real car. It's a single seater, as you can see by the fact that there's only one person in it. It's British, as far as I'm aware. Don't know what the engines are inside it. Probably cost a bomb and very tricky to drive, as you can see.
Are they road legal?
They are road legal. Yes, they are. You can have a number plate fitted on the back. You can have headlights on the front.
How can there be crash zones in a car like that?
You are the crash zone.
Correct. So
it's like asking how can Caterham 7s be road legal and all there is scaffolding poles around it.
So good to do this little championship.
Yeah, as you see, Brian's skipping right there at the hairpin.
Yes,
holding Jag up because Jag needs to choose his moment to get past, but he can't do it when he doesn't actually know where Brian's going to be.
Yeah,
it's all right him looking like he's on the racing line at the moment, but yeah, as you see him skip there.
Yeah, I mean this is the problem that a lot of us had in this race. Once again, it's not Spider-Man's fault that he's glitching.
No. But it does make it harder for everyone else. And I'm just loving this in-car shot.
Yes,
I do like this view on this car. Mind you, any of the single-seater cars, I do like the in-car shot of it as we skip on a little bit. We're only on lap 5, but just took a chunk out of the race to show that Jag is still behind Brian and still having to choose his moment carefully because there's still glitching there. You see it. And again, so where does Dave overtake? Because he could pull alongside and suddenly Brian, bang, is going to be there. Yeah, it's very unpredictable. You've got to really choose your moment. But fortunately, that has caused Brian to run wide and get a slow exit. Now, if Jag is careful here and sticks as far to the right as he possibly can, I think he's got it. Yeah.
Looks like it. Can he hold the position though? Because he might be offline.
Choose your braking point wisely. Make the corner. Yeah. I hope there was no glitching. Yes, that was a good execute on a very difficult time. See, Brian is still glitching.
Yeah. So there we go.
Blame it on his network provider.
Yeah. So anyway, so mono, quite not a bad one to be fair.
Yeah, brakes are rubbish. It is a handful, as you just see. Pit stop there. We skipped on to 17. As he comes out behind Cockney, who is a lap down because Cockney's in 10th. And holding Jag up. Now he's getting blue flags here. He should pull aside to let Jag through. But I think that Jag had to force his way through in the end.
And he might not be aware, to be fair.
It does come up on your screen saying there's a faster car coming behind you,
So then we've got we're on lap 19, and Jag and Spitfire are having this battle for about 4 or 5
late
laps.
pit stop from Lloyd there. He's out of fuel. That's why
he's run out of fuel. Yeah, so they're 4th and 5th here. Spitfire and Jag were having a nice little battle.
A bit deep from Spitfire there. But
it was a case of catching and then losing a bit, catching and losing a bit. It was really good, but to be this close. I mean, this is for 4th place as well.
Yeah, this is after
it's crazy.
19 laps.
That's what we always find with these cars, though, don't we? When you have equal cars.
When they're all single make or equal cars, they, as you see, was that? Yeah, that was Spitfire doing a purple sector there. So is he going to get the fastest lap at the end of it? Is he going to lose the time?
Who is it?
Jag crashes into the curbs and gets a little bit of air there.
Barbar's got a 140.9.
Is Neil going to beat that?
Well, if we stay with him, we'll find out.
He purpled the last sector.
But we haven't stayed with him, so we don't know.
Stick,
Final lap, Barbar, here he comes.
Yeah, in a race of his own again.
Well done, Neil, well deserved.
As Robbie's
still
in the chicane.
Made it into second, or he is in second. Yeah, coming through the chicane, so he's quite a way
a good
back.
showing from Lewis there at the moment in 3rd.
Yeah, Lewis there in 3rd.
And he's got no one troubling him behind him, so long as he keeps out a wall.
Yeah, no, he's
nailed on for a podium. Just keeping on that fuel.
It's low, and there's Spitfire in the background, but yeah, he's going to do enough. I don't believe that changes. So
Neil Barbar is on his slow down lap.
Anyway, hit the like if you liked it as always, and we'll see you next week at Big Willow.
Ooh, lots of sand.